go to your book, and your first chapter is the construction industry. I think Clay has talked to you a lot about the construction industry. Do you have any questions about the construction industry?
So this whole process was new to us. We had no idea how everybody was going to react to getting into construction, how they were going to react to taking orders from like a superintendent, or how they were going to interact with each other. So we found that they are very eager to learn. That's the biggest thing that we were really impressed with. So they're learning as we go, which I thought was going to take a lot longer. And right now I'm super impressed on how quickly they have picked things up, how good their attention to detail is getting after the first build. The second build is just super clean. The third build that we're going to do, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be just like the trades had actually come in and done the job themselves. The third build's going to be a little harder on them because I'm going to be acting just like a superintendent and an inspector out in the field, and every little thing is going to be scrutinized. But they've got to learn that's how it is out in the real world. You know, this is a controlled environment, and yes, we control what they do and how they do it, but they've got to be able to take it out on their own and know by instinct what it is they need to do at the next phase and how they handle things. But I've looked at the houses so far and had very few complaints on their work. Some of the problems, of course, is drywall work. It's probably the hardest trade they're ever going to learn. It's that attention to detail, but the second job, the second house is much better than the first. The third one's going to even be better. You're always going to want to give up. You think, oh, I just screwed that up, or, you know, I didn't do that correctly, but that's how we learn. And that's how we get better and our quality gets better, because we learn that what we turn over to the next trade, if it isn't correct, that next trade's going to have to work twice as hard. So they're learning to get to a certain quality level because they know they're going to have to do the next phase of it. And that they just have to be persistent and achieve those goals at each part of the job phase. We're looking for skilled craftsmen in all trades. All my subcontractors are looking for skilled craftsmen. Some of the things we're finding out is that the women are a little more detail oriented. And that's a big help for somebody that does trim carpentry, or looking for a superintendent that wants to walk projects, because if they got an attention to detail, they're going to make a great superintendent, because they'll pick out the problems that they see, get the trades involved to correct it and stuff. So women, we don't have enough women in the trades. I'm going to tell you right now, we need more, and there's certain trades that they might not want to do, like, you know, when it's 110 out and framing, they might not want to be that guy out there framing in the sun. But any interior work, electrical, plumbing, all that stuff, the trades are more than open to women joining the workforce. I'm going to tell you right now that if you've got the yearning to learn and work with your hands, you're going to do fine in this, because it's all a process of repetitiveness. So once you do it one time, the next time is going to be just easier to do. A lot of the people out there have never been experienced, they've never been exposed to this type of work. And they're all finding that, you know what, this isn't as hard as it looks, you know, and we're actually good at it. And if you love working with your hands, the construction field is the thing for you. I'm super impressed with the students, their learning process, and all ages. And to me, that if you want to learn, this is the place to learn a trade.
It is a challenge. They've done a really good job. We've kept the inventory tight. You know, we've bought what we need for each build. Things change, so we're adjusting on the fly, but you know, for the most part, they've done a really good job of not being too wasteful and not making too many mistakes. so that we're running short on supplies when we get towards the end of a build. And we do a good job planning ahead, Nelson and I, of what the next day looks like, what we're going to need, and getting the supplies here so that they're here in a timely manner so these guys can stay on track with their build time. On cabinets, because we switched our upper cabinets from a standard 30 to a 36-inch cabinet, and thought I was going to have enough time. We did make it, because you know they went much quicker the second build, and those are an item that it's more of a special order type item.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit longer for those to arrive, and but luckily things worked out, and we got the cabinets about 2 days prior to them being ready to install. So it went real smooth. We got everything ordered early enough that we were able to get it in on time for these guys. That was probably the only thing that was really close, based on the speed of them building quicker this time versus the first build. To see how far they've come just from their first build to this build, it's real exciting to see how much quicker they were, and it's going to be even more exciting to watch them go through and work on their third unit and see how much quicker they are, you know, getting to the point of the new stuff that they got to do, framing of interior walls, the bathroom, tiling, you know, some new stuff that they're going to have to learn on the next build that they haven't on the first two, and how much quicker they're going to get to that process of learning that new stuff because of what they've learned on the first two. It's worth it. What we've done with, you know, these people, these students that are here now, that, you know, a majority of them came in and not knowing anything, and now they've built 2 modular units in 4 months, almost 5 months. It's impressive. Anybody can do it. Anybody can learn. If you just watch the videos and see what everybody else has learned in that short amount of time, anybody can pick it up. Anybody can come here, attend the school, and learn something and leave with a lot more knowledge than they came in with.